Time for this week's edition of CFC Scene, a look at campus and Charleston area news. This will be our last program for the spring semester. I'm Kyle Reese. As finals come to an end, this past week has been a hectic one for many CFC students. A lot has happened since last week's show, including another rave at the Addlestone Library. CFC Scene's Kyle Reese has more. After finishing their second day of exams at the College of Charleston, many students returned to the Addlestone Library last Thursday night not to hit the books, but to rave. Building off the success of the event that occurred at the end of last fall semester, SGA President Seton Brown announced in a Facebook message on Wednesday, April 29th, that there would be another library rave in celebration of final exams. Following the instructions in the message, students began queuing up for the event behind the library at around 10:30 that evening, and after 20 minutes, throngs of eager ravers had accumulated outside. At 11 o'clock, after chants of school pride had made their rounds through the crowd, an unknown source opened the doors to the library, and students gushed in and quickly filled the space under the rotunda and danced furiously for 10 minutes to the bone-rattling beats of local artist DJ Commander. While the rave was short, the results were great. Ultimately, this rave tradition that seems to have been started has a generally positive effect on the students, as many left with a smile on their face, a story to tell, and a greater sense of the vibrant student body that exists at the College of Charleston. As reports of swine flu began to circulate around the country last week, many Americans began to express their concerns about the possibility of a widespread outbreak. The main problem with this variation of the flu? There is no vaccination. Needless to say, national media outlets seized the opportunity for some easy news and began their nonstop focus on an issue that will probably never come to affect many Americans. That said, CFC junior Griffin Sandberg and CFC sophomore Mark Phillips feel that swine flu has been something that has received more than enough attention from the media and has, for the most part, been nothing but hype.
It's the flu. You know, I mean, it's not 1909. We don't have to freak out.
It's just the flu. I'm not a toddler and I'm not 90.
Still, there are those at the college who may have to be more cautious about the disease than relatively healthy college-age males. Dr. David Moskowitz, a communications professor at the college who has 2 young children, says he isn't worried about his kids getting the flu, but that he is so on the lookout for symptoms.
I think I'm more aware of looking for notices or advisements from the schools themselves.
Overall, the swine flu doesn't seem to be stressing the CFC community out too much. Besides, there's time to worry about getting sick after exams. On a more cheerful note, College of Charleston graduate student Sarah Latshaw has been awarded the National Science Foundation Graduate Research Fellowship, an honor which is only given to 8.6% of its applicants. After graduating from the University of Georgia, Latshaw came to the College of Charleston, where she is currently enrolled in the Master of Environmental Studies program. Her current research involves restoring marine habitats on barrier islands like the ones found in the Charleston area. Speaking about environmental studies, on Thursday, May 7th at 7:30 p.m., a panel discussion will be held in the Beatty Center where the present and future impact of human and natural forces on the environment will be debated. The discussion will be moderated by Robert Berry from the Post and Courier and will feature representatives from Magnolia Development, the City of Charleston, the South Carolina Conservation Bank, the South Carolina Association of Community Development Corporations, and South Carolina Agriculture Commissioner Hugh Weathers. On Monday, May 4th, College of Charleston students received a startling community notice that said that a fellow student had been shot last Monday night near the corner of Spring and St. Philip Streets. While the victim from the college is recovering, this recent act of violence seems to be a little more extreme than the other incidents involving CFC students. The area where the crime occurred is a notoriously dangerous and risky area to walk around at night, especially alone. Sarah Farber, a graduating senior from CFC and a victim of violent crime, says that the recent news of the shooting has put her slightly more on edge.
I think it's really terrifying that I live a block away from it and a kid my age got shot there.
With that, it seems that campus safety and the Charleston Police Department should be doing more to protect the college's students in the areas surrounding the campus. However, as Public Safety Officer Randy Cowart said in a recent interview, the students need to be fully aware of the precautions they need to take in regards to the dangers that exist on the streets of Charleston.
You do a lot of things to help them, but then you still find them 3 o'clock in the morning walking down the street slightly inebriated.
Turning to sports, this afternoon the College of Charleston softball team faces off against number 7 ranked Samford to kick off the 2009 Southern Conference Tournament in Chattanooga, Tennessee. In their second game, the ladies will take on either number 3 ranked Appalachian State or number 6 ranked UNC Greensboro. The tournament will run from May 6th to May 9th, and the champion will receive an automatic berth to the 2009 NCAA tournament. As Charleston prepares to bid farewell to many students for summer break, the city is gearing up for the 2009 annual Spoleto Festival. The 17-day-long art expo will take place between May 22nd and June 7th and will feature world-class music, dance, and art. Some highlights of this year's event will include a punk cabaret operetta, performances by legendary blues musician Beverly Guitar Watkins, and puppet master Basil Twist's well-received play Dagugeshi. That wraps up this week's edition of C of C Scene. Thanks for listening and have a great summer. For C of C Scene, I'm Kyle Reese.